It started as a beautiful summer afternoon, bright sun, clear skies, and laughter echoing by the riverside. 4 college friends arrived with big smiles and expensive cameras. They were top students, full of confidence, ambition, and just a little too much pride. They spotted a small wooden boat tied near the dock, and an old man polishing its sides with quiet care. And what happened next changed their lives forever. If you love stories that touch the heart and teach a real-life lesson, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories that inspire and awaken the soul. "Let's rent that one," said Ryan, the leader of the group, tossing his backpack aside. The old sailor nodded and invited them aboard. His name was Mr. Harris, a man who'd spent 40 years rowing boats across that same river. His wrinkled face told stories even before his words did. As the boat began to glide, the friends started chatting about their achievements. Science fairs, university projects, scholarships. They were the kind of kids everyone admired, or envied. Ryan leaned back, smirking. "You know, it's crazy how far humans have come because of science. Chemistry, physics, biology. We've mastered it all." Ryan turned to the old man. "Hey, Mr. Harris, do you know chemistry?" The sailor smiled kindly. "No, son. Never had the chance to go to school." Ryan laughed. "Then you've wasted half your life." His friends joined in, their laughter echoing across the water. Ethan, another student, leaned forward. "What about physics, old man? Ever heard of that?" Mr. Harris shook his head. "I've heard the word, but I wouldn't know what it means." Ethan smirked. "Then you've wasted another half of your life." More laughter. The old sailor stayed silent, his calm face hiding decades of patience. Finally, Mia, the only girl in the group, said playfully, "What about biology, Mr. Harris?" The old man smiled again. "No, dear. I've lived by the river all my life. My books were the waves and the wind." Mia giggled. "Then you've lost your whole life, sir." After the laughter faded, silence filled the air. The sky dimmed. The wind picked up. The once calm river began to ripple. Mr. Harris looked up, his experience sensing something the young ones couldn't. He tightened his grip on the oars. The first wave hit suddenly, splashing water into the boat. The students shrieked. "What was that?" Mia cried. "Just a warning," the sailor muttered. But within minutes the sky roared, and the calm river transformed into a raging beast. Thunder cracked across the sky. The boat rocked violently. Ryan grabbed the edge, terrified. "Make it stop!" he shouted. The old man's voice cut through the storm. "Hold on tight." He fought the oars, pushing against the furious current. The laughter was gone. The pride was gone. Panic took over. "Are we going to drown?" Ethan yelled. Mr. Harris glanced at them calmly. "Sons, do you know how to swim?" All 3 froze. "No." The old sailor's eyes softened. "Then, my dear children," he said, voice breaking through the chaos, "half of my life may have been wasted, but yours might end right here." The words struck deeper than the thunder. For the first time, they understood how powerless their knowledge was in front of nature's truth. The boat tilted dangerously. Mia screamed as the river swallowed one of the paddles. Mr. Harris used all his strength to steer toward the far bank. His arms, thin but steady, moved like they'd done this 1,000 times. Ryan tried to help but nearly slipped overboard. "Sit down," the sailor barked. "Don't fight the river, flow with it." Those words, simple yet powerful, stayed in Ryan's heart forever. Minutes later, though it felt like hours, the wind began to fade. The boat drifted slowly toward shore. Everyone was soaked, shaking but alive. Mr. Harris smiled faintly. "Looks like my wasted life wasn't so wasted after all." No one spoke as they rowed back. Ryan stared at the calm water, thinking about what had just happened. All those years studying formulas and theories, yet he couldn't save himself from drowning. Back at the dock, Ryan approached the sailor. "Mr. Harris," he said softly, "we laughed at you." "I'm sorry." The old man smiled. "Don't be sorry, son. Just remember, not every book teaches you how to live. Sometimes life itself is the greatest teacher." Weeks later, Ryan wrote about that day in his journal. "We thought we knew everything. But knowledge without wisdom is like a boat without an oar. That old man taught us more in one storm than any textbook ever could." In life, we chase degrees, titles, and numbers, but sometimes forget the true purpose of learning, to understand life itself. Science can tell us how lightning forms, but wisdom teaches us how to survive the storm. Knowledge makes us powerful, but wisdom makes us human. The old sailor had never studied in a classroom, but he had studied life. And on that day, it was his simple, humble wisdom that saved them all. So before you laugh at someone who knows less than you, ask yourself, could they survive the storm you can't?